behind the hills, painting the sky with amber still. I tip my hat to the fading light as day gave way to peaceful night. My old horse knew the winding trail through every valley, every dale. The evening breeze began to hum like it knew where I came from. Every road I've ever known has whispered softly, take me home, home beyond the sunset, where the western sky still glows, where the rivers keep on singing, and the wild prairie flowers grow. With my faithful horse beside me and my old guitar in hand, I'll keep riding toward forever across this blessed land. There's an old white fence upon the hill, standing proud and weathered still. A porch light shines through evening rain, calling this old heart again. I see your smile in every star, no matter where or how far. Though time keeps rolling like the wind, our love remains where it has been. The mountains fade into the night, but love still burns a steady light. Home beyond the sunset, where tomorrow's dreams begin. Every trail becomes a memory, every loss becomes a win. With the campfire softly glowing and the moon above the pines, I'll keep singing country stories for the rest of time. I've crossed the deserts, climbed the peaks, found wisdom where the silence speaks. I've learned that every journey's end brings a chance to start again. If heaven has an old dirt road where wild horses freely roam, save a place beside the fire, I'll finally be coming home. Home beyond the sunset, where no lonely tears will fall. Every sunrise lasts forever, trail disappears from sight, but somewhere past the evening glow, there's a place my heart has always known. Home beyond the sunset,
there's a dusty trail beneath my old brown boots, and a six-string guitar with a heart full of tunes. The morning sun is rising over fields of gold, and I got a story that still needs to be told. My old horse knows the road better than I do. We've crossed many rivers underneath skies of blue, with a leather saddle and a worn-out hat, I keep riding forward and I don't look back. I ride beyond the mountains where the wild winds call my name, where the rivers run forever and the stars burn like a flame. I leave my troubles in the valley, let the western sunset shine. I'll ride beyond the mountains till I find the road that's mine. I've heard the thunder roll across the canyon, I watched the rain fall on the desert land. I've slept beneath the moon beside a campfire, with nothing but the heavens in my hands. Every lonely mile has taught me something, every broken heart has made me strong. Sometimes you have to lose the road you knew to find the place where you truly belong. I'll ride beyond the mountains where the wild winds call my name, where the rivers run forever and the stars burn like a flame. I'll leave my troubles in the valley, let the western sunset shine. I'll ride beyond the mountains till I find the road that's mine. Maybe there's a little cabin waiting somewhere where the pine trees meet the sky. Maybe there's a woman by the window waiting for a wandering cowboy to arrive. If I find her at the end of my journey, I'll lay my old guitar beside the door. I won't need to chase another sunset, I won't need to wander anymore. The evening shadows stretch across the prairie, and the mountains turn a beautiful shade of red. I pull my reins and listen to the silence, thinking about the life I've always dreamed. The road ahead is long and full of wonder, but I'm not afraid of what tomorrow brings. With my faithful horse beneath the twilight, I'll follow where the western freedom sings. I'll ride beyond the mountains where the wild winds call my name, where the rivers run forever and the stars burn like a flame. I'll leave my troubles in the valley, let the western sunset shine. I'll ride beyond the mountains till I find the road that's mine. So let that old trail carry me onward, let the cold night wind blow through my soul. I'll keep riding underneath the open heavens till I find the place that finally feels like home. Beyond the mountains, beyond the setting sun, my journey waits, and I'll keep riding on. The evening sun is sinking slowly, painting gold across the water's edge. There's an old canoe beside the shoreline, and your footprints running through the sand. I remember when we first came here, you were laughing underneath the sky. I held your hand beside the water and watched the sunset in your eyes. There's golden light on the lake tonight, shining like a memory in my mind. Every wave brings back a moment, every breeze brings back your smile. If I could turn the hands of time around, I'd find you on that shore somehow, where our hearts were young and love was bright, beneath the golden light on the lake tonight. We had an old blanket on the shoreline, and a radio playing soft and low. You sang along with every country song, while the evening river started to flow. You told me dreams about forever. I said I'd never let you go. We were young and full of promises, and neither one of us could know. There's golden light on the lake tonight, shining like a memory in my mind. Every wave brings back a moment, every breeze brings back your smile. If I could turn the hands of time around, I'd find you on that shore somehow, where our hearts were young and love was bright, beneath the golden light on the lake tonight. Years have passed like water down a river, and life has taken us our separate ways. But some old memories stay forever,
sunlight trapped inside a summer day. Sometimes I come back to that old shoreline just to hear the quiet water roll. And when the sun begins to disappear, I can feel your memory in my soul. The mountains turn to shades of purple as the last light fades across the blue. I sit beneath the old pine tree alone, wondering if you remember too. Maybe somewhere you're watching sunset, maybe you're thinking of those days. If you ever find your way back here, I'll be waiting where the golden water shines. There's golden light on the lake tonight, shining like a memory in my mind. Every wave brings back a moment, every breeze brings back your smile. And if I can't turn the hands of time around, I'll keep your memory safe somehow. For the love we shared was pure and bright, like golden light on the lake tonight. When the stars come out above the water and the moon begins to softly shine, I'll remember you beside that shoreline, when your hand was safely holding mine. Somewhere between the earth and sky, our love still lives where the old waves roll. Forever I'll remember that golden light shining on the lake and in my soul.
The morning sun is rising on the prairie. There's a long dirt road beneath my wheels. My old guitar is resting in the backseat, and the western wind is telling me to feel. I've got a worn out map across my dashboard, and a photograph tucked inside my coat. I don't know where this road is going, but I know I've got a dream to follow. I'm chasing the golden horizon, where the sunset meets the open sky. I'm following the road where the wild winds blow, with a restless heart and a dream inside. Maybe I'll find a place to call home. Maybe I'll find the love I've never known. Until that day, I'll keep moving on, chasing the golden horizon. I've crossed the rivers in the morning, I've watched the mountains turn to gold. I've slept beneath 1,000 stars and heard the stories that the night winds told. Every town has left a memory. Every road has taught me something new. But there's still a fire inside my heart, and every sunset pulls me through. I'm chasing the golden horizon, where the sunset meets the open sky. I'm following the road where the wild winds blow, with a restless heart and a dream inside. Maybe I'll find a place to call home. Maybe I'll find the love I've never known. Until that day, I'll keep moving on, chasing the golden horizon. Maybe somewhere beyond those mountains, there's a little cabin by a stream. Maybe there's a woman waiting who'll understand this wandering dream. When I find her, I'll stop riding, lay my old guitar beside the door. I'll tell her all about the miles I've traveled, and I won't need to wander anymore. The evening sun is falling slowly, turning every cloud to shades of red. I pull my hat down over my eyes and think about the road ahead. The prairie stretches on forever, like a promise written in the sky. As long as there's a road before me, I'll keep chasing where the dreams still lie. I'm chasing the golden horizon, where the sunset meets the open sky. I'm following the road where the wild winds blow, with a restless heart and a dream inside. Maybe I'll find a place to call home. Maybe I'll find the love I've never known. Until that day, I'll keep moving on, chasing the golden horizon. So let the old highway carry me onward. Let the western wind be my guide. I'll keep it right beneath the stars, with an open heart and nothing to hide. Someday I'll reach that golden place, where the road and the sunset meet. Until then, I'll keep chasing the horizon, with every mile beneath my feet.
feel. I've got a worn-out map across my dashboard and a photograph tucked inside my coat. I don't know where this road is going, but I know I've got to.
First light breaks across the plains like a blessing after summer rain. I tip my hat to the morning breeze as it whispers through the cedar trees. My old boots know this dusty road, every mile, every heavy load. With a faithful horse and a simple prayer, I found my peace in the country air. No city lights could ever shine like these open fields that shape this life. Country skies forever, stretching wide above my soul. Every sunrise brings new hope, every sunset makes me whole. With my six-string softly playing and the prairie rolling free, I know heaven starts right here where the country skies meet me. There's an old white church upon the hill, its bell rings through the valley still. The creek runs clear beside the road like the stories my grandfather told. I still see your smile at the gate, waiting there like yesterday. Though the years have flown like birds, your love still lives in every word. The western wind still calls my name, and every season feels the same. Country skies forever, where the wild birds always fly. Every mountain holds a promise written in the evening sky. With the campfire gently glowing and the moonlight shining bright, I'll keep singing country songs through another peaceful night. I've ridden through the storms of life, faced the sorrow, faced the strife, but every trail has taught me this: the richest life is simple bliss. It's a front porch at the end of day, a warm embrace that lights the way. It's the sound of hooves on quiet ground, where love and freedom both are found. Country skies forever, that's where my heart will always stay. Every dawn's a new beginning, every dusk a time to pray. When my final ride is over, lay my hat beneath the pines, let the western wind keep singing these old country dreams of mine. Country skies forever, where my spirit will be free, as long as stars shine over these plains. This is where I'll always be. The campfire fades beneath the stars, the prairie sleeps in silver light. One last song, one last ride, till heaven greets the morning bright. Country skies forever. morning sun warms fields of gold, like the stories my grandpa told. A gravel road, an old oak tree, still hold the best of memories. My worn out boots know every mile, every fence and every smile. The breeze still carries sweet hay dreams along the quiet country streams. I've wandered far, I've seen the world, but nothing shines like home, dear Lord. Golden fields of home, where my heart was born to stay. Every sunrise paints tomorrow, every sunset ends the day. With my old guitar beside me and the prairie singing low, I find peace beyond all measure in the golden fields of home. Mama's garden blooms each spring, bluebirds stop their songs to sing. Daddy's rocking chair still sways like it remembers better days. The creek keeps flowing past the barn, calm and gentle, safe and warm. Though the years have come and gone, this old place keeps me strong. Every star above reminds me why home is written in the sky. Golden fields of home, where the wheat rolls with the wind. Every road becomes a memory, every journey starts again. With my faithful horse still waiting by the old red wooden gate, I know love is always patient, and home will always wait. I've chased the lights of distant towns, worn out boots on foreign ground, but every dream I've ever known has led me back where I belong. The smell of rain on country soil, the honest reward of a day's hard toil. No treasure shines as bright as these, simple life and peaceful dreams. Golden fields of home, where forever feels so near. Every season brings a blessing, every smile outshines a tear. When my final ride is over, lay my hat beneath the sky and let the meadows sing my story as the hawks soar high. Golden fields of home, where my spirit will remain as long as country winds keep blowing. I'll ride these fields again. The campfire fades beneath the stars, the wheat fields whisper through the night. One last song, one last ride, until the morning brings new light. Golden fields of home, the dawn could touch the hills. The prairie lay so calm and still. A black stallion crossed the morning mist, like a dream the wind could never miss. His mane rolled free beneath the sky, wild as an eagle learning to fly. I tipped my hat and watched him run, chasing shadows toward the sun. Some hearts were never born to stay, and they're made to find a wider way. The black stallion spirit runs forever through my soul, like the rivers through the canyon, always wild, never controlled. Every hoofbeat sings of freedom, every sunrise lights the way. I'll keep riding with that spirit till my final cowboy day. We crossed the creek at evening time, where cottonwood stood tall in line. The golden sky began to fade as the prairie whispered prayers we'd made. I thought about the life I'd known, the seeds of love that I had sown. Though the years had left their mark, hope still burned inside my heart. The western wind still calls my name, and every ride feels just the same. The black stallion spirit never bows and never breaks. Through the storms and silent valleys, every chance a cowboy takes, with my old guitar still playing songs of love and yesterday, I follow where that spirit leads, down every dusty way. If someday I should ride beyond, past the hills where stars shine on, don't cry when you can't see me there. I'll be the breeze in open air. You'll hear me in the thunder sound and hoofbeats shaking country ground. Wherever freedom fills the land, you'll know I'm riding once again. The black stallion spirit will never fade with passing years. It rides inside every cowboy, through his laughter and his tears. When my final trail is finished, lay my head beneath the pines. Let that black stallion run forever across heaven's endless skyline. The black stallion spirit, forever fearless, forever free. As long as western winds keep blowing, that spirit lives in me. The campfire glows beneath the stars. The black stallion fades into the night, but his spirit rides beyond the horizon. With every sunrise first light, the black stallion's spirit black stallion's spirit. morning breeze rolled through the pines, like an old friend from another time. I saddled up before the dawn, with a road to follow and dreams to chase on. The river shimmered in the light, while eagles circled high in flight. Every mile beneath my boots led me back to my deepest roots. The sky keeps whispering soft and low, there's only one place my heart will go. The wind carries us home, across the hills so wide, where the fields of gold keep calling and the rivers gently guide. With my old guitar beside me and my faithful horse so strong, no matter where tomorrow finds me, the wind will lead me home. The old barn stands beside the creek, holding every dream I keep. Mama's roses bloom each spring, just like they did in younger years. I still hear your gentle laugh floating through the meadow grass. Though the miles have come between, your love is closer than it seems. The stars come out when daylight fades. Love is never lost with age. The wind carries us home, where the prairie meets the sky. Every sunset paints a promise that true love never dies. With the campfire softly glowing and the coyotes singing low, I'll keep following the western breeze, where my heart has always known. I've crossed the mountains and the plains, walked through sunshine, walked the rain. I've learned that riches fade away, but love grows stronger every day. If someday I should ride too far, beyond the evening's brightest star, don't cry when you can't see me there. I'll be the whisper in the air. The wind carries us home, where forever starts anew. Every trail becomes a memory, every dream comes shining through. When my final ride is over, lay my hat beneath the trees, let the western wind keep singing. With every gentle breeze, the wind carries us home, where my spirit will always roam, as long as the prairie meets the sky. The wind will carry us home. The campfire glows beneath the stars, the old trail fades into the night. The wind still sings the same old song, until the morning brings the light. The wind carries us home. kissed the rolling plains, washing the earth after night's soft rain. I saddled my horse with a hopeful smile, ready to ride another 100 miles. Your fence stretched beyond my sight, bathed in the early morning light. Every hoofbeat on the ground was the sweetest country sound. The wind keeps whispering through the pines, this old country life is yours and mine. Forever on the open range, where my heart was born to roam. Every trail feels like a promise, every sunset leads me home. With my old guitar beside me and the stars above so bright, I'll keep chasing endless freedom through another western night. The creek still flows beside the trail, carrying every old folk tale. A weathered barn stands proud and strong, holding echoes of an old love song. I still remember your gentle eyes shining brighter than the evening sky. Though the years have rolled away, your love still lights my way. No matter where these boots may roam, your loving heart will be my home. Forever on the open range, where the wild horses run so free. Every mountain tells a story, every breeze remembers me. With the campfire softly glowing and the moon above the hills, I'll keep singing country ballads until the world stands still. I've crossed the rivers, climbed the hills, felt the silence the sunrise fills. I've learned that fortune fades away, but honest love is here to stay. If tomorrow brings my final ride, I won't fear the great divide. I'll ride toward that golden dawn where every cowboy carries on. Forever on the open range, where the eagle rides the sky. Every sunrise brings new mercy, every sunset says goodbye. When my final trail is waiting, lay my hat beneath the trees. Let the western wind remember every song it gave to me. Forever on the open range, forever faithful, forever free. As long as the prairie meets the horizon, this cowboy's heart will always be. The campfire fades beneath the stars, the prairie sleeps in silver light. One last ride, one last song, the open range rolls on. Forever on the open range, forever on the open range, forever on the open range. Morning sun climbed over the ridge, lighting the fields beyond the bridge. I saddled up my old gray horse, with faith to guide my steady course. The prairie rolled beneath the sky, where hawks and eagles learn to fly. Every mile beneath my feet made this old country life complete. The western wind still knows my name, and every sunrise feels the same. One more country
Every sunset tells a story, every dawn begins anew. This old cowboy keeps believing every dream can still come true. There's an old farmhouse down the lane, standing through the wind and rain. A porch swing rocks beneath the oak, holding every promise spoken. I still hear your gentle laugh floating through the meadow grass. Though the years have come and gone, your love still keeps me strong. The stars above still light my way, like they did in yesterday. One more country dream, one more song to sing. With an old guitar beside me, hope is carried on the wind. Every trail becomes a blessing, every river knows my name. This old heart keeps chasing freedom, just like an old westbound train. I've crossed the deserts, crossed the plains, walked through sunshine, walked through rain. I've learned that life is measured best by honest work and peaceful rest. If tomorrow finds me older with silver shining in my hair, I'll still thank the Lord each morning for this country life we share. One more country dream before the daylight fades away. Every prayer becomes a promise at the close of every day. When my final ride is over, lay my hat beneath the pines, let the western wind keep singing these old country dreams of mine. One more country dream, forever wild, forever free. As long as the open prairie calls, that's where my heart will be. The campfire glows beneath the stars, the coyotes sing beyond the hills. One last ride, one last dream, where every cowboy spirit lives. One more country dream. One more country dream.
I found a little place beyond the highway, where the mountains rise above the trees. There's a quiet lake that catches every sunset, and the evening wind comes softly through the leaves. I remember when you stood beside me, with your hand held gently in my own. We watched the golden colors fade to twilight, and for once I didn't feel alone. Where the If you ever miss those summer days, just follow that old country road. You'll find me where the water meets the sky, waiting where our memories still glow. There was an old canoe beside the shoreline, and a campfire burning through the night. You sang a little song beside me, while the moon was shining silver white. We talked about a house we'd built together, with a porch that faced the western sun. We were young enough to think forever was a promise that could never come undone. Where the water meets the sky, that's where I left my heart behind. Where the sunset paints the mountains and the stars begin to shine. If you ever miss those summer days, just follow that old country road. You'll find me where the water meets the sky, waiting where our memories still glow. Years have passed like rivers to the ocean, and we've both been carried different ways. But some memories never lose their color. Some old loves never fade away. Maybe someday you'll come back to me. Maybe fate will bring you down that road. I'll be standing by that quiet water, where the love we knew still calls me home. Now the autumn leaves are falling slowly, and the lake is quiet as can be. I sit beneath the old pine tree alone, wondering if you're thinking about me. The sunset still looks just the way it used to. Golden fire stretching across the blue. And every time the evening touches water, I remember falling in love with you. Where the water meets the sky, that's where I left my heart behind. Where the sunset paints the mountains and the stars begin to shine. If you ever miss those summer days, just follow that old country road. You'll find me where the water meets the sky, where our love still lives inside my soul. So I'll wait where the water meets the sky, where the western sun turns gold. Maybe someday you'll come walking back, and I'll have your hand for mine to hold. Until that day, I'll keep this memory, like an old song playing soft and low. Where the water meets the sky, There's an old fishing dock behind the cabin, where the river moves so slow and wide. I used to sit there with my daddy, with a fishing pole and nowhere else to hide. He'd tell me stories about his younger days, while the evening sun was sinking low. He said, "Son, life ain't about the money, it's the people and the places that you know." Down at the old fishing dock, where the river carries memories away, I can still hear my father's voice, like I heard it yesterday. Every sunset, every summer, every dream we used to talk about still lives down at the old fishing dock, where my heart never left somehow. I remember bringing my first sweetheart to that little dock on Friday night. She wore a red dress and smiled so sweet, and the moon was shining bright. We didn't have a lot of money, but we had a radio and an old guitar. We stayed there talking till the midnight, dreaming we'd go farther than the stars. Down at the old fishing dock, where the river carries memories away, I can still hear my father's voice, like I heard it yesterday. Every sunset, every summer, every dream we used to talk about still lives down at the old fishing dock, where my heart never left somehow. Years went by and the world kept changing. The old cabin slowly turned to gray. Daddy's gone and she's gone too, but their memories never fade away. Sometimes I drive that country highway just to see that river once again. I sit alone upon the weatherboards and let the memories begin. The old dock is leaning toward the water, but it still stands beneath the trees. The same old river keeps on flowing, carrying whispers on the breeze. I cast my line into the water and watch the sunset turn to gold. I close my eyes and hear those voices, the ones I thought I'd never hear again. Down at the old fishing dock, where the river carries memories away, I can still hear my father's voice,
will always stay. So if you ever find that old country road, follow the river till you see the trees. You'll find an old man sitting by the water, just listening to the memories. Down at the old fishing dock, where the years don't seem to move, I'll be there with my old guitar, singing every song I learned from you.
Got my old brown boots on the lake shore, with the morning mist rolling off the blue. There's a worn out hat hanging on my saddle, and every quiet breeze reminds me of you. I rode in from a long dusty highway, with a guitar strapped across my back. I've been chasing dreams across the country, but something keeps pulling me back. These boots on the lake shore have walked 1,000 miles before, but every road I've ever taken brings me back to your door. With the sunset on the water and the mountains turning gold, these boots on the lake shore are finally where my heart belongs. I remember you sitting by the water, your bare feet hanging over the side. You laughed when I told you I loved you, and you looked away and tried to hide. We had an old blanket on the shoreline, and a radio playing soft and low. The stars came out above the mountains, and neither one of us wanted to go. These boots on the lake shore have walked 1,000 miles before, but every road I've ever taken brings me back to your door. With the sunset on the water and the mountains turning gold, these boots on the lake shore are finally where my heart belongs. I've known the loneliness of highways, I've slept beneath 1,000 skies. I've watched the moon above the desert and seen the rain fall from my eyes, but nothing ever felt like home till I found you waiting here. Now I don't need another road, I don't need to disappear. Now the evening shadows fill the valley, and the
campfire starts to glow. My horse is resting by the pine trees, while the lake begins to softly flow. You come walking down the shoreline with that same familiar smile. I take your hand and hold it tightly and forget the lonely miles. These boots on the lake shore have walked 1,000 miles before, but every road I've ever taken was leading me to your door. With the sunset on the water and the mountains turning gold, these boots on the lake shore have finally found a place to call home. So let the old roads fade behind me, let the western winds blow free. I've got my boots beside the water and the one who means the world to me. No more running, no more roaming, no more lonely nights alone. These boots on the lake shore have finally found their home.
I've been living underneath the city lights, chasing dreams through crowded streets at night. I've heard the traffic calling through the rain, but something in my heart keeps saying my name. I miss the smell of fields after the summer rain, the sound of an old screen door in the wind again. I miss the porch where Mama used to sit, and Daddy's old truck parked beside it. I'm going back to country roads where the tall grass bends and the warm wind blows, where the river runs and the wildflowers grow and the stars shine brighter than the city knows. I've traveled far, but now I know there's only one place this heart calls home. I'm leaving all these city lights behind. I'm going back to country roads tonight. There's an old farmhouse beyond the cotton fields, where every broken fence still feels real. There's a little church beside the county line, where I learned to pray when I was young and alive. My old guitar is waiting by the window, covered in dust but still ready to sing. I'll play those songs from the good old days and let the memories come back again. Country roads where the tall grass bends and the warm wind blows, where the river runs and the wildflowers grow and the stars shine brighter than the city knows. I've traveled far, but now I know there's only one place this heart calls home. I'm leaving all these city lights behind. I'm going back to country roads tonight. Maybe I've been gone too long, maybe I've forgotten where I belong, but every mile that I drove away only made me miss that place. Give me an old dirt road at sunset, give me a field beneath the moon, give me the sound of crickets singing, and I'll be home before too soon. Now the sun is setting in the distance, and the highway stretches toward the west. I can almost see that old wooden mailbox standing where my childhood used to rest. When I reach that familiar driveway, stop and breathe that country air, I'll know that every road I've traveled was only leading me back there. I'm going back to country roads, where the tall grass bends and the warm wind blows, where the river runs and the wildflowers grow, and the stars shine brighter than the city knows. I've traveled far, but now I know there's only one place this heart calls home. I'll leave every lonely mile behind. I'm going back to country roads tonight, back to the roads I used to know, back where the old oak trees still grow, back to the porch and the fading light, back to the place that feels so right. No matter how far this life may go, my heart will always know the way. I'm going back to country roads, where I belong at the end of every day. The sun is sinking past the old oak trees, and the warm wind's blowing through the leaves. There's a dusty road beside the river, where we used to walk together in the evening. The radio is playing an old country song, the one we used to sing all summer long. Your picture's sitting on the dashboard, and I wonder where the years are gone. This is the last song of summer, the last sunset before the fall, the last time I'll remember the way you used to love me at all. The nights are getting colder and the days are fading fast. I'm singing the last song of summer, for a love that couldn't last. We spent July beside the water, with bare feet walking through the sand. You promised you'd stay forever, while I was holding your hand. We watched the fire burn until midnight, counting stars above the trees. I never thought that summer would become a memory. This is the last song of summer, the last sunset before the fall, the last time I'll remember the way you used to love me at all. The nights are getting colder and the
old screen door is slowly closing. The porch light shines against the dark. I hear the crickets singing softly, like a lonely country heart. I'll pack away those summer memories, but I know they'll never disappear. Some songs end with the season, but the melodies stay year after year. This is the last song of summer, the last sunset before the fall, the last time I'll remember the way you used to love me at all. The nights are getting colder and the days are fading fast. I'm singing the last song of summer for the love we couldn't make last. So goodbye, my sweet summer, goodbye to those golden days. I'll carry your memory with me down these old country roads and highways. When another summer comes around, I'll remember where we were, and I'll hear that last song of summer whisper softly in the air.
Up where the mountains meet the morning, there's a little cabin tucked away. Pine trees whisper through the valley, and the mist rolls in at break of day. I've got an old guitar beside me and a coffee cup worn down with time. There's nowhere else I'd rather wake up with those Tennessee hills on my mind. Give me that Tennessee mountain air, cool and clean like a country prayer. Give me a sunrise over the trees and a gentle wind blowing through the leaves. I don't need gold, I don't need fame, just a little fire and a country lane. As long as I've got these hills somewhere, I'll breathe that Tennessee mountain air. There's a woman waiting on the front porch with a smile that feels just like home. She knows every road I've traveled, and she knows why I don't like to roam. We'll sit beneath the evening shadows, watch the sunset turn the mountains red. She'll put her hand inside my old one, and I'll thank the Lord for every day we've had. Give me that Tennessee mountain air, cool and clean like a country prayer. Give me a sunrise over the trees and a gentle wind blowing through the leaves. I don't need gold, I don't need fame, just a little fire as long as I've got these hills somewhere. I'll breathe that Tennessee mountain air. I've seen big cities shining brightly, I walk the streets beneath their lights, but nothing ever felt like freedom, like these mountains underneath the night. When the world gets loud around me, I know exactly where I'll go. Back to those old Tennessee mountains, where the quiet tells my heart what it should know. The morning comes across the valley, and the birds begin their country song. The horses move beside the fence line, while the river keeps on rolling along. I've grown older on these mountain roads, but I wouldn't trade a single mile for every scar and every heartache was worth it for that woman's smile. Give me that Tennessee mountain air, cool and clean like a country prayer. Give me a sunset over the trees and a gentle wind blowing through the leaves. I don't need gold, I don't need fame, just your hand and a country lane. As long as you're beside me there, I'll breathe that Tennessee mountain air. So let the highway keep on calling, let the world keep moving somewhere. I'll stay right here beneath these mountains, breathing Tennessee mountain air. When my final road comes calling and my journey reaches the end, I'll still be dreaming of these mountains, where my heart found home again.
The sun was falling low tonight, painting the mesas red and bright. A lonely trail beneath my feet, where heaven and the prairie meet. Then I saw them running free, like a living memory. Wild stallions racing through the dust, following only fate and trust. The western wind called out my name, and nothing ever felt the same. Wild stallions at sundown, running where the sky meets gold. Their hearts are free like country music, their stories never growing old. Every hoofbeat shakes the silence, every shadow starts to fly. They remind this old cowboy, freedom never says goodbye. My old horse stood beside the creek, strong enough though worn and weak. He watched those stallions cross the plain, like echoes from another age. I thought about the roads I'd known, the seeds of love my heart still longs for open space. Some dreams never fade away. They ride with every close of day. Wild stallions at sundown, running through the evening light. Every sunset writes a promise, every star will shine tonight. With my old guitar still singing songs my father used to play, I'll keep chasing open country till my final riding day. If tomorrow finds me far away, beyond another winding trail, don't wonder where this cowboy's gone. Just listen to the meadow song. You'll hear it in the canyon breeze, the whisper through the cedar trees. Every gallop, every mile carries home a country smile. Wild stallions at sundown, forever racing with the wind. Their spirits live in every cowboy, where every journey once begins. When my final ride is over, lay my hat upon the plain, let the thunder of wild horses call me home again. Wild stallions at sundown, beneath the crimson western sky. As long as freedom fills the valleys, this old heart will always ride. The campfire glows beneath the stars, the canyon sleeps, the night rolls on. Hoofbeats echo through the darkness until the breaking dawn. Wild stallions at sundown, wild stallions at sundown. Wild stallions at sundown.
The evening sun was sinking low, turning the prairie into gold. I saddled up my old gray horse, one more ride on this familiar course. The wind still knew my weathered name, though nothing stayed quite the same. And every mile beneath my boots led me back to my deepest roots. The sky was painted red and blue, every sunset reminded me of you. This is the last evening ride, where the fading daylight softly dies, with my horse and faithful six-string beneath those white September skies. Every hoofbeat tells a story, every shadow sets me free. The road may end before the morning, but the West lives on in me. The old creek shimmered in the dusk, carrying dreams and quiet trust. A weathered fence stood through the years, holding laughter, love, and tears. I saw your smile in the evening glow, like a memory I'll always know. Though time has carried us apart, you've never left this cowboy's heart. The stars appear one by one, as another country day is done. This is the last evening ride through the valley, calm and wide, where the wild winds sing forever and the mountains stand with pride. With the campfire gently burning and the moon above the pines, I'll keep singing old country songs till the end of time. If tomorrow finds an empty trail, don't believe that love has failed. Listen when the meadow sighs, or watch an eagle cross the sky. I'll be there in the morning breeze, in the whisper of the cedar trees. Every cowboy leaves behind a little song upon the wind. This is the last evening ride, but it's not the last goodbye. Every sunset births a sunrise beyond the western sky. When my final trail is finished, lay my head where bluebirds sing. Let my spirit ride forever on freedom's endless wings. This is the last evening ride where love and memories remain. A cowboy's heart keeps riding on across the open plains. The campfire fades into the night, the old guitar still plays so soft. The stars shine bright above the hills, and hoofbeats echo through the dark. The last evening ride, evening ride. The sunrise spills across the grass like old memories that never pass. My worn out boots touch morning dew as another day begins anew. My faithful horse walks by my side, where the prairie meets the sky so wide. Every trail I've ever known has led this wandering heart back home. The meadow sings with every breeze. A simple life is all I need. Across the endless meadow, where the wildflowers gently sway, every sunrise brings new mercy. Every sunset ends the day. With my old guitar still playing songs my father used to sing, I found freedom in these open fields more than any king. The creek runs slow through golden light, reflecting clouds so soft and white. An old red barn stands proud and tall, still watching over one and all. I still see your smile in the breeze, dancing through the willow trees. Though the years have drifted by, your love still lives beneath the sky. The western wind still calls my name, and every season feels the same.
keeps moving on, with my faithful horse beside me, and the mountains far away. I'll keep chasing country dreams till my final day. I've seen bright city lights at night, but they never felt quite right. Give me fences, fields, and streams where honest folks still chase their dreams. The smell of rain on prairie ground, the sweetest music I've ever found. A cowboy doesn't need much more than love waiting at his door. Across the endless meadow, where forever feels so near, every sunrise gives me courage, every sunset calms my fears. When my final ride is over, lay my hat beneath the trees, let my spirit ride forever with the whispering prairie breeze. Across the endless meadow, where my heart will always stay, as long as western skies are shining, I'll never lose my way. The campfire glows beneath the stars, the meadow sleeps beneath the moon. One last ride, one last song, until another golden dawn. Across the